to it, yeah, we do it, yeah, I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they know dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Pooh, y'all. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. Thought you was a threat, I do real life, do no tip attack on the internet. We don't do that, see I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks, I don't owe no debts. I've been through that, see you SOS, 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 see you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check, SOS, 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 see you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot, championship ring. Went to starter from a mascot, went to rollies from a G-Shot. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetops. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip attack on the internet. We don't do that, see I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks, I don't owe no debts. I've been through that, see you SOS, 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 see you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check, SOS, 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 see you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it take time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. And for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy Tuesday to all. Let me just fix this second camera here. Okay, there we go. Work, there it is. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Let's get it. Bank holiday yesterday, back in action today. See what we got going on the charts and take it from there. Good morning. So GJ's obviously pushed up here. I was trying to see if any news causes. Can't really see much except for inflation here, which is not necessarily a bad thing for the JPY. But a very early move to happen. I wish this happened during a session. One of the easiest setup fives you can actually get. Beautiful bottom wick. Even stop loss here was tiny, huh? 8 pip stop loss. What? That's not fair, man. It's like the best move. 10 pip stop loss. What? That's a 1 to 10, bro. Holy shit. That's a 1 to 10. That's crazy. That's nuts. What a move. Pretty cool to see. We're gonna run the analysis though, see what ended up happening with this. Start off on daily time frame here. Daily time frame, previous daily closing very nicely bullish, beautiful bottom wick. Yeah, it makes sense for this continuation to see that continuation. This bottom wick though, we just put this in, right? This was that move back down and move back up as well. 4-hour time frame is closing bullish here. Current 4-hour candle, no bottom wick. I want to see on broker. Maybe it does have it on broker. With that gap. No bottom wick on broker as well. So we're pushing into these highs. So we're gonna see what it does at the highs. Let's mark those highs, which is about here. Where is my drawing? So I turned them off. So we're gonna move that 4-hour resistance up. This one we're gonna move to here. Like that. So it looks like we're trying to push through these ranges. At the moment, there's nothing really much we can do with such a push. Move is basically done. We need to see some sort of structure formed. And then only we can look for continuation. Not a bearish bias, so we can't look for this to be a retracement back down. But we need retracements or structure. So no point of analyzing until we get retracements or structure. Any further, this is straight push. We've had... how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles back to back. So yeah, definitely needs to see some sort of structure form. Today is EU holiday, but I can trade because of USD movement. It's not EU holiday today, unless they've just randomly put a holiday. Let me refresh. No, it's not EU holiday. Today's Tuesday, no EU holiday. So let's have a look at, our other pairs here. So we just need that structure to form, and then we can see what we can do. All pullbacks. Harry, 1 minute strategies on WAP only. Yes, it's there on WAP. Gold is pushing down for the moment. Let's go have a look. This chart is not accurate. Actually, I have to use a different chart for today. Because this actually was not trading yesterday, and my broker was printing this price action from yesterday. So I want to use this chart. Previous daily closing bearish here, pushing into this daily support down here. Wonder if we can get some sort of candle corrections. No, we can't. See how that looks on broker. This is why I don't like to use this chart. So many gaps these days. What's the price of that daily support? 315. Okay, so that's actually there. So we have this daily support, kind of the opposite move of GJ right now. 4-hour support is a while away, not all the way till down here. 1 hour time frame, we're sitting at close towards this support. So yeah, a bit of movement early on today in today's session. We've had, again, how many candles here? 1, 2. It's basically GJ the opposite way around, you see? This is what GJ kind of looks like at the moment, buying into these highs. So unfortunately, it's going to be the same analysis as GJ. We need to see some sort of structure form. We need to see some sort of pullbacks. Now we can continue the sells. So pull back towards the 4-hour resistance. Continue sells. Structure in here, continue sells. Very simple. Reversals, too early to say that it's a reversal zone. Higher time frame, it's not a reversal zone, but for the session it could be, but it's too early to say that is an option here. This was a nice setup too here towards the downside though. Very clean. This one didn't close out the range. I would have taken the second candle. Boom. Very nice. Good volume. Time was that? 7:30. 7:45. Interesting. So let's see how structure forms and we take it from there. Analysis is pretty damn simple today. Just we've had a push, so we're waiting for some more information. Now, let's have a look at DAX. DAX has not moved from yesterday London till today. No movement. So we're in the exact same spot. Daily is going to be closing at daily resistance, I assume. Yeah, very close to daily resistance. Let's mark that there. Daily resistance. 4-hour time frame is created its own resistance right here. We're going to mark this as a whole here. We can adjust it on lower time frame. We're not going to be trading in this range anyhow. Let's move this to the 1 hour. So potential to really trade this range quite tightly. 13 points, and then look for the continuation up. We are mixed bias though, so we could see some form of sells. It's not crazy. Especially if we're retesting the news. We spoke about this yesterday. We had a webinar in the exclusive group. We spoke about this, the analysis, so you guys should know about that. If you haven't watched the webinar, you're just lazy and not putting in the work. A lot of good information in that. I'm not going to repeat myself when it's there for you to go and check during your own time. That is what you're supposed to do. So for the higher time frame analysis, that's still valid. So we could see that move we spoke about in the webinar play out even today if price wants to start to reject. But we have to see some price action. We could even just be super boring and get stuck in this range all day. That is even possible. As boring as that would be, it's even possible. What is DAX spread on IC right now? It is 50. So 0.5 points. Yeah, that's the plan, man. That's the plan. Gonna see if we can take tight buys above here. If not, more information for sells. Sells not gonna make sense until we get below this 15 support here. Let's just double check that on 30-minute. Same support there. 1 hour, same support there. Again, both very tight ranges, both sides. This is about 11 points. This is also about 13 points. So tight ranges to get to those first targets. What that means is that we need to push through them, So we'll see. Today, this week is also the end of the monthly candle here. It's going to be interesting to see how this monthly candle closes. Strong or leaving a rejection wick. It's going to be very important. Same thing with gold is going to be very important. Monthly candle. If we flip the monthly candle bearish, it will be the first monthly candle in basically, this would be the 5th month, right? 5th month, we could see the monthly candle flip. GJ monthly candle not as relevant as we're just stuck in this monthly range for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months doing nothing. 9 months, we're in the same spot that we were 9 months ago. In 9 months, we've been able to progress 200, 190 pips. So that's the plans here. That's the plans. So it's a little bit of, okay, let's see how price action develops. On DAX below the price, 15-minute, I see a daily support as well. Let's have a look at that. No, because we crossed through that twice. How much did GJ progress on its prime? Like 100 plus pips per day, not per month, not in 9 months. You can measure. It's very simple. If you take, let's go back into like 2023. You can see monthly candle like these 5 months here, 2000 pips. These 5 months here, these months here, at least there was movement, but this progressed 600 pips. Then you had a pullback of 1000 pips, and then from 1000 pips you had a move of 3000 pips. This was the hardest time to trade, was a little bit here, but look, what you don't realize is that in this there was a pullback of 1400 pips. So even it looks like it's a range, but the range is massive compared to this tight thing. There was a massive, like we did get a good pullback here, and then it started consolidating tight. 2022, there was a very difficult time to trade GJ. This is where GJ was switched off, which was in 2022 in this range here. This was extremely difficult to trade. Very, very difficult to trade in here. So there was a period here. This lasted about, you know, quite a long time, man. Quite a long time. 200 days, but we had good price action halfway through. Like this was okay to trade. This was really nice to trade. Remember, these are daily candles, so you had amazing days of upside, literally a whole week of just pure upside. Then you had another week of just pure downside. So this was super juicy to trade, very simple to trade here. Longs every day, buy the highs, buy the highs, buy the highs. Then once we found resistance, very simple as well. Selling every single day, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of back-to-back. Plus it creates a support. There's 1 day of a little bit of complicated price action because it liquidity grabs, but then you get 3 days of just pure upside. You're not probably selling here now because you're waiting for more confirmation. As soon as this candle closes below here, this support, it's a very straightforward telling you you have change of structure, and then you're gifted with 1 massive day to capitalize. The next day chills, and then the day after that pulls back to the same spot to give you even better sells, and then you have 2 days of downside again. And then the same thing happens in the opposite direction. You have a change of structure towards the upside, and then you get 3 days of nice upside again. And then it became complex. So only from this area here, it was very difficult to trade. Because yes, you could capitalize off this, but it was a bit tough because this made a new higher high. So you're not really looking for a sell. You're kind of looking for buys from down here. And then once you're looking for buys from down here, it just broke through. So maybe these days you're not looking. You could have a sell plan, but it's not as easy. Then it just went into a mess for, you know, basically from July to September. July to September, you know, just August to September really. Did nothing and then randomly broke out. But this random breakout was very hard to capitalize on because you were just stuck in this range for a month. You didn't know how to trade, and then it was good again. Then you had this massive pullback to capitalize off. Then you had upside for like 15-20 days, and then, you know, so it was then good price action, regular price action. So you can see the difference compared to now. What we're dealing with now is a lot of indirect, like you can see the dailies are not smooth. Yes, here was smooth, this was good, and then bullshit. Then these breakouts, by the way, these breakouts were happening at weird times as well, and fundamentals as well were playing into roles. You can see nothing is smooth back-to-back daily. It's always 2 daily pullback, 1 daily, 2 day pullback, random big daily pullback. Like these daily candles are not moving, man. That daily only moved 54 pips. Shit to move 54 pips in a day. And imagine you have to capitalize 20 pips of that, 15 pips. So you literally need to catch 50% of the daily candle, you know? Very difficult. And then moves are happening like this these days, right? Look at these times. Strange times. Like this is the cleanest move I've seen on GJ for a long time. Beautiful move, like picture perfect. Just random time. Gold just did a liquidity grab? Not yet, it's dropped. We had a drop here, of course. Now we need to see what price wants to do. We need pullbacks. Very close to that daily support. Wonder if it did tap it. Just that this broker is weird. 308 views and only 57 likes. Yes, sir. If you guys enjoyed the analysis, enjoyed the little breakdown of GJ, leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. Let's get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate that. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Let's go. Can you check and give feedback? Yeah, of course. Waiting for S1 below here. This is on euro dollar. Bias is mixed. Pullback has happened. Buys here not looking good for you because of previous levels. I'm not too worried about previous levels. If you get good structure in here, you could buy above that. It's not a problem. Can buy above here. You don't want to buy above here because now it's late. It's late. So you rather buy here to get to here, but don't buy above here. It's too late. Took this morning. Yeah, it's pretty gamble trade. Luckily you had volume, but how do you know that today is just going to melt? If you're going to trade this morning, my question is, why didn't you trade up here? That makes sense to me. If you're going to give yourself a shot, taking trades up here makes sense. Trying to trade right here down at the supports, it's very risky, man. You know, you're literally just selling the lows and hoping for the best. You get a bit lucky like that. UJ, no bottom wick. Breakout candle could get in without bottom wick. Do you think on a day like today, no bottom thing can be ignored? Yeah, it can once we create structure though. Because if there's no structure, the bottom wick is only here, huh? Like, it is possible. It is possible we can come down and make a bottom wick. After the 5 close, I went hard B. I don't care about what you did after the close. The fact is you're getting into a trade that can immediately reverse on you. Your stop loss is just above a tiny 5-minute candle. No volume today, you get absolutely fucked in this type of position. Repeat this 100 times and then we can have the same discussion and you see what happens. Because tell me how many days you can remember that has pushed early like this smooth, not one 15-minute candle pullback. I challenge to go find that. You don't find that much on the chart. So yes, today it worked, but how do you know? Like, my point is, if you're going to take that sell, take it here. Don't be selling these lows. Today it worked out, but that's not, the point is not today, because if you take the same trade again and you give back the profit you made from today, what's the point? There's no point. I asked previous support candle cross once, twice. Does it still count? For me, twice is the rule I like to use. Once it crosses twice. Not really considering it too much. Can we look for S5 DAX at the top of the range? We're not full bearish bias, so the thing is, to be honest, we've been having more bullish momentum. You know? Hey guys, how's it going? It's getting fucking hot here in Qatar. I hope everyone is good. Yeah, man, it's getting hot here as well. Yesterday, day before yesterday, they recorded 50 degrees. 50.4. It was bloody hot, man. It was in the newspaper and everything. We mid-40s? Yeah, we mid-40s some of the time, but they recorded 50. It's hot. Like right now, now I'm sweating actually. This morning is hot for some reason. I put AC max low. I'm still sweating now. How many years have you been trading? Do you mainly trade FX? Yeah, I trade FX. You get maintenance with your place? Yeah, of course. You need that, right? Man knows. You have to have on-site maintenance. This is UAE countries. On call. Nowhere in Europe. Yep. Speed dial. You know, huh? AC's broken. Come fix. So you always use AC or you stop in between? The AC runs 365 days in my house. And everyone's house is here. I don't know. I know a few people who turn off the AC in the winter. But Even so, even so. Winter is still running AC, man. Still running AC. Boys like it cold? Yeah, you just have to run, man. To run this AC. I wonder if we could take an in-range trade, but I hate in-range trades on DAX. They always are rough. But it could be a shot here, huh? Below this. But we need to wait for at least 3 minutes. See how the Frankfurt Open is. AC is right above your head and you're still sweating at. I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm just sweating. Problem is, once you start sweating, like, it's not cold enough for you to stop. I don't know what's going on. What's the temperature in winter? Like, during the day, it's about 28. The coldest we get during the day is probably around 23, 24. 50 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit? Celsius, bro. So it's very pleasant in winter. In winter, it's like European summer, but we don't have, in Dubai, we don't have like what happens in Europe. In Europe, for some reason, the day is like 25, and then at night, it's like 9 degrees. You know? We don't get that. It's around 35, 40 here. What, during the winter? Do you have a fan? Yeah, I do have a fan. I sleep with AC and a fan these days. During regular days? Yeah, we were talking about winter. That 28 degrees, 25 is our winter. It's freezing here in Australia. Well, in Australia, it's your winter now. You guys are opposite. Do you have a piste in Dubai? Yeah, we have an indoor piste. We have an indoor piste in a mall. I heard you have indoor dog walking places with AC in Dubai. I haven't seen that, but we probably do. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. I know we have indoor dog parks, but not dog walking places. I haven't seen that, but I know we have indoor dog parks. I've seen the indoor dog parks. Yeah, we definitely have those, yeah. Like, people own huskies here, man. They cook in summer, these huskies. All right, so we have Frankfurt Open here. Pushing. Poor huskies. Well, they stay in AC all day. It's just they don't get to go out as much. What is giveaway on 750 likes? Not 750 likes, man. 750 views. Much easier to reach. When is London market open? Just now we had Frankfurt open. London Open will be in an hour. But most trades I take is before London Open. See what gold is saying. So we need this pullbacks. Great structure. We could maybe get a wick fill here. I was driving from Sharjah to Dubai. Temperature was 51 degrees in the car, and suddenly the AC stopped working. Imagine the rest in Sharjah traffic. Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. Do you notice more opportunities in gold during Asia session? Yeah, recently Asia session been doing well on gold. New York overlap, not, it's pretty much equal. But Asian session definitely been an outlier. I've seen a lot of very decent moves in Asian session on gold recently. Yesterday seemed choppy. Yesterday was bank holiday, bro. Not supposed to be trading. Of course it'll be choppy. BTC is doing great, huh? New all-time highs. Solid weekly close. Daily high-low structure. Very easy to trail this. Here the bottom wick seems like it's coming. This is why bottom wick's important. What's cool though is that if we get a close below on 5, that's a nice liquidity grab. Give us more confirmation. You don't trade BTC? No, I don't trade it. I invest in it. Do people keep pet tigers in Dubai? Follow-up question. Do you have a pet tiger? No, the rules are pretty strict right now, but before it was pretty common. It was pretty easy. You could get a pet tiger, yes. But they still do, yes. But it's not like before. Now they have rules. Before you could just go and buy a tiger and keep it. But now they have rules. CR10 on gold, damn. It's next level stuff. Sankit should be in pain today because he should be looking at what happened on GJ. Best setup 5 of the year, 1 to 10 risk to reward. Question, why don't you set buy limit, sell limit instead of waiting for the trade? Because buy limit, sell limit would not give me the confirmation. If you use buy limit, sell limit, you're using it from a zone. I'm looking for confirmation above or below my zones. So like right now, if I put a sell limit, you can't put a sell limit here because that will not execute. Sell limit has to be higher than current price. Buy limit has to be lower than current price. Give me a shut the chart. Imagine some random says, want to see my pet cat, and they have a fucking tiger. Yeah, it's not that random, man. I had a few friends who had not tigers. They had it was a lion. It was a lion, female lion. Actually, a few of my friends actually had monkeys. That was a common one, man, back in the day. That was common to just buy these monkeys. Pretty common. Exotic pets were super popular here. Then they got strict with it. So setup 5, yeah, we're gonna see how it closes in 2 minutes. It needs to chill. 1 minute has no pullbacks since here, which is fine. But right now we need it to chill. Looks like it's just gonna push. To be fair, we did have a 15-minute bearish candle, but this opened up, made a top wick, so I wonder if you just took it on a 15 like this. 23 points for 16, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Hi, the first time on this live stream, do you trade ICT concepts? Bro, I've seen your name before, don't cap. What a liar, bro. Guy thinks he can lie. even Ents, bro, even Ents is like on you. Many attacks by pets? Yeah, I'm sure there's been a few for sure. Have you ever used RSI and EMA strat? Yeah, in the past I used it, but never worked for me. Never worked. Damn, what are they doing outside, bro? They're cutting a whole tree down, bro. You don't trade GU anymore? No. I prefer if this closes above. If this closes above, good. We have the next chance for the next one to close below, get better stop loss. And we can also fill this wick. You know, maybe we get a stop loss like 10-point stop loss, can fill this wick for 6 points. Pretty cool. Let it do this BS, catch people out. A lot of people would have impulsively sell, begging for it to close below. I think you need to play League of Legends while we wait. Ah, bro, we play better games. We play the game of life. No, I'm joking. Play Counter-Strike, man, not League of Legends. Come on. GJ finally creating bearish candle. Gold finally creating bullish candle. Do you have enough to buy cases? I think I do, yeah. In CS, you can't alt tab as many times as in LoL. That's true. No, in CS, if we go on competitive, that's it. You're done. You're locked in, man. 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 35 minutes, that's it. Locked in. Harry got death threats by Yakuza on his after Japanese translation videos. Now he's not allowed to trade. I traded. Last time I traded, I think we won last time on GJ. Let's check. Oh, never mind. Break even. So still not the... Oh yeah, that was supposed to be a win. But I messed it up. So yeah, maybe they're still being mean to me. Do you know Wales? The country Wales? Oh no. Who trade big, for instance. I found a guy called CryptoPhase and he goes live, trade $20 million. Yeah, with leverage though. So if I put in $500,000 and 10x leverage, I can trade with $5 million. Like my lot size right now that I use is like $1 million, but it's not my $1 million. It's $1 million worth of leverage. So even if you're trading with $20 million, that's like opening, you know, just bigger lot sizes. Account is funded or live? Live account. Cursing GJ since this morning. Bro, he's been doing it since months, not since this morning. Is Apex Trader funding legit? I see a few people use it. I've never used it myself. What lot size do you usually trade? Depends on the pair and the stop loss. Like with GJ ranges right now, like in this sense, like if I was to trade GJ this morning, I could put easily a 15 lot on this. 15 lot, no problem. So this would be a 15 lot trade. This would have been a banger, bro. Banger. Absolute banger, this. Why couldn't have this come just a little bit later? This would have been massive, bro. Massive. See what DAX does here in about 30 seconds. Watch DAX, Harry. Might close below. Yes, sir. Let's see. Broke has with gap. I'm gonna have a look with you. Looks okay for me. I mean, there's a gap towards the upside here, but it's not gonna affect the close. We're scared about ones towards the downside. 3 seconds. Are we gonna close it below or above? I'm not sure. Ooh, that's an interesting close there. Very interesting close. So we're below this previous one. On my broker, it is just nipple below. I wonder if this is enough though. I wonder if this is enough. 15-minute rejected there. 30-minute hasn't closed yet. Oh yeah, yours is super weird. But then it would be like a thunderstorm. It would be like a thunderstorm, your one. Yeah, it's risky this, man. We wanted to close below this line just to get out of this range. It can sit here and make support all day. This is one of those scenarios, like if you have bearish momentum towards the downside, it'll work. If not, you're just going to be cooked by this level. You're just going to be cooked by this level. Yeah, I have the same. Yours closed bullish, but I have the same, like it closed below this level. But you guys would just have a thunderstorm. Some of you guys are at key level as well. Hopefully this candle closes bullish, next one closes below, will make our lives easy. Do you do one-on-one sessions? Sort of, yeah. I mean, depends on who you are. Like, you have to apply, and then we'll jump on a Zoom call, and I see if it's worth it. Takes a lot of my time. 24 key level brokers messed up, yeah. See what Steven has done here. Today took GU trade, set up 2, closed back inside of the range as well. Had 5 structure there, which is beautiful. Yeah, I just put the stop loss. Yeah, it's fine actually. This maybe it's worth it just to put it a little bit lower, just below here, just to keep it safe. Yeah, the thing with this type of setup is this could even lead into the sells, you know, into that. But this made sense. This made sense, especially with the 5-minute structure. That's very nice. Yeah, I like it. For me, that makes sense. Unless you're missing any levels, but I'm gonna trust you. Actually, I don't trust you, so I'm gonna double check myself. Yeah, daily looks insane. 4 hour looks good. Yeah, that makes sense. With that daily candle, this is previous levels you can use as watch. You didn't buy at that level. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it makes sense. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. There's a 4 hour level previous, and you can trade to it. You can't be scared to trade to it. It's not a current one. If it was a current one, yes, problems. Previous, you're okay. Remember that webinar we did, huh? How many trades do you do per session? As many as possible. Normally ends up being 1 or nothing. That's how it works normally in trading. Check out this level, huh? Strong level, strong level. We can easily trade to it, but not at it. Exactly. What makes trading so hard? The problem, okay, let me tell you the truth. We come into trading desperate, not competitive, right? You have to go back. It works like everything else in life. You have to fucking go back to when you were a kid and you were competitive to be the best at a sport, to be the best, beat your friends, be the best at a video game. And that's all you focused on. And the difference is that we're not working against friends or kids. This is a whole different game. We're working against big people. And this task of trading is gonna challenge you and push you to your lowest points you've ever felt. And at those lowest fucking points, that's where I realize that I have to change. The person who I am right now is not gonna achieve what I want to achieve. We're driven by the lifestyle, that desperate hope that we want to achieve, you know, the freedom, the lifestyle, but we are just desperate for it, not competitive for it. So when you reach those lowest points, that's where you kind of make that change. You make that change and you're like, I have to change into this person to be able to reach these goals. And that's when you actually start to progress. And that's what makes trading hard. That's what makes trading hard, is that we come in with different mindsets. Harry, you still have rants, but you're 100% correct? Yeah, I still rant, man. That's me. What change does a person need to be that person? You have to find that out yourself. You have to find that out yourself. You have to put yourself in a position and you'll figure out what change you have to be. Either means you need to be more disciplined, you will just naturally, it's called self-development, right? You're going to develop, and that depends on what struggles you have. You know? So you will see the changes that has to be made, but you have to go through that for the changes to be made. You have to have the hard stuff. You have to go through the BS, then that will force you to change. Some people just don't have it in them. And I'm going to be honest, not many people are honest. Some people are just not built for this. No matter how hard you force them to change, they don't change. People don't like change. Imagine I had to tell you, like, a lot of people who are watching this are maybe in their 20s, 30s, maybe even 40s, and they're very comfortable with who they are. But in order to succeed in this, you have to not be comfortable with who you are. You have to say that this person I am right now, I have the potential to be who I want to be, but it's not him. It needs to be a different person. And many people don't want to make that change. They don't want to allow themselves to change because they're super comfortable with who they are right now. They're scared to change who they are. And if you don't make that change, then you're not going to change. Guess what? You're not going to fucking change. You're going to be the same fucking person. You know, and sometimes to make that change, you have to give up stuff that you really like. So what I had to do, I had to give up fun times, friends, because it's different goals. I'm fucking depressed at this point, so I want it really bad. You're depressed because you're desperate. You have to be competitive. If you want it bad, you're not depressed. You need to be competitive. And good you're depressed. The lower point you get, you know, you need to reach a point where you want to quit, man. You want to reach a point where you want to quit. You want to feel so down bad, because that's where the growth happens. You need to know your limits. Right now, many of you don't know your limits. You haven't pushed yourself to that stage. Where's your breaking point? Show me. Break yourself. Hurt yourself. Not physically, obviously, but, you know, show me where you break, where you're like, I can't take this anymore. Now you understand where the game actually starts. You know? Now you understand that this is where it starts. Talk about depression. Me and my mom have a court tomorrow for eviction. That's why I want to make it so bad. Yes, you're desperate. But guess what? The market doesn't give a fuck about your court tomorrow. It doesn't give a shit about your eviction notice. It doesn't give a shit about anything. No one gives a shit about that. And that's harsh truth. Who's going to tell you that? Who's going to tell you that? The only person who gives a shit is you, but you're desperate for it to happen. You're not allowing it to happen because you're desperate. You need it to happen. And if it doesn't happen, it depresses you more. You are causing that self-harm. You are causing that self-harm, making yourself even worse position than you already were. You know? And then that's why you end up more depressed. That's why you end up more hurt from the markets. That's why you have all these problems. You have these problems because you're hurting yourself by being desperate in something that is not going to reward being desperate. It's going to make things worse. You come into trading to solve a problem, but you're going to create a new problem. Trading is not a solution, it's a problem. I promise. It's a problem you have to solve in order to have a solution. Many people come into trading as it being a solution to their problem. It's not a solution, it's a fucking problem that you have to go through shit, tough times, difficult scenarios, years of maybe not seeing results. And what? To solve your problem. No, you're creating a new problem. So it's a different path. But the person that's going to come out of it, that's a whole different game. That's a whole new person. Right? Whole new person. That person is going to succeed. In everything. This works in life in general, in everything. Everything. Not only trading. If you want to succeed anywhere, that's how it's going to work. It's a shit setup, this, man. No pullbacks, nothing. It's like you're selling the lows, you get cooked. GJ is not even a setup. We have a resistance here. Is WAP refunded now so that I can clip this? Clip it now. Get into that WAP, clip it, post it, and then once it's refunded, you get paid out already because it just approves it. You stay there in the approved. So you get paid out already. I will clip this today and post it on my own Instagram. People need to listen to this shit. Here's my question because I want to put out stuff. What was the most useful part of the conversation? Why trading is hard or the second half that I talked about? Tell me. I will clip and post. People need to hear this. If it helps, I post. Doesn't cost me. Well, it does cost me to make clips, but that's okay. Second half. All right, there we go. See, now the trick is I need to be able to put everything in 1 minute. But it's just facts, man. It's just facts. Good luck. That's why I tell people to join stream, man. These things happen naturally. 3 minutes? Yeah, but no one's gonna sit and watch for 3 minutes. Only the real people here are gonna listen to this for 3 minutes. It's crazy. I'll tell you, here's another truth. Here's another truth. The same people will send their friends reels of luxury lifestyle motivation. They'll sit on the fucking toilet taking a shit, looking at this motivational shit. But, yeah, I'm telling you, don't tell me you haven't done it. Yeah, this looks sick, man. I would want this car one day, yeah. That same person is not gonna sit and listen to someone tell them to make a change because they're scared. They don't want that reality. They don't want the reality. You don't want the reality. I didn't want the reality. Maybe we have to take this gold, guys. I don't know, man. It's not a good setup, but shit, man. We might have to give it a try. It's risky, but we might have to give it a try, man. The stop loss sucks. Let's see if we can find tighter stop loss. Something above here like this. 50 pip. Let's see, 1 minute. Above this 1 minute structure. Ah, man. Last 2 seconds, we dumped this much. We need to see top wick here. This is too much, man. We have only 40 pips to the daily support. Stop loss here is 50 pips. It's not good risk to reward, man. The last minute, it messed us up. That's a shame, man. I was trying to get a smaller... The problem is stop loss here, guys. Setup is okay. It's not the best setup. We've had a big push. Look at this. So I don't know how much more it's going to push. That is the problem. Put this setup up here. At least we have room. Today, we've pushed a lot. So my problem is that, yeah, we could get the wick fill, which is going to be 30 pips. Maybe we could get 40 pips here to daily support. But after that, I can't guarantee. And even me with the aggressive stop loss being above here, which is a really silly stop loss on 1 minute that's above literally this 1 minute structure here. It's like the riskiest you can get with stop loss. That's still 50 pips. You know? And literally, if this thing flips, I would be super uncomfortable. So what we can do now is we can wait for retests, deeper top wicks. There's a few things we can play with here. 30 minute has some room. Deeper top wicks, retest, and then re-break of its previous low is going to be an option. Just let this liquidity be grabbed so that we can have that confirmation that, hey, price is now ready to move. Stuff like that. There's a 50-minute support that has been passed with wick, yeah. But that's the point, is you're looking for the wick fill, you ignore that. I wanted to come back to that, to this zone here, back into this zone. And then see what happens. First, Harry, thank you for your stream. I learned to be disciplined. Most important, I'm going to have a 1 million funded account. With what lot size do you suggest? Fuck's sake, man. This has to be a troll, bro. This has to be a troll. Has to be a troll. For sure, rage bait. For sure. But I appreciate you watching the streams. And if you don't know what lot size it is, just quit. Please, quit. Just give up. Hop in 1,000 lot? Yeah, man, go big or go home, right? Keep watching but quit? Even better. Man, see, this 30-minute looks really scary, huh? How many? Like, this is what I mean. Like, do we have enough juice? Do we have enough juice to continue? I can't answer that question. This is the first volume session we've had of the week. So we don't know how much juice gold has in her. Man, I wish it gave us proper stop loss. Then we could just, even if it didn't have juice, we could manage. But proper stop loss here is like 80 pips. 80 pips is steep, man. It's a big move it needs to do. It's gonna drop 15 pips and shoot up. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised for it to test the 1 minute support down here. Ah, yeah, we did test it. Okay. Where's 50% of this wick? Is a normal nice retest zone? Okay. Is that where the 1 minute support is? Yeah, around there. Okay, let's see what GJ is saying. So GJ, see, retested that resistance, rejected. 30-minute looks really scary on GJ. I mean, this is... Like, if I'm looking at this logically, like Harry logic, this is stupid to buy after these highs. That's like such a waste trade, man. It's like, I trust today for some reason will be a random day that we have insane volume. Like, let's be honest. Does anyone look at this and see and feel like buying right here is a good idea? Like, doesn't that seem a bit desperate? Like, if you lost that trade, like, it's so obvious to me to see that, right? You know? Balls on table hit buy? Yeah, that's more like it. Bro, what you're saying about people looking at lifestyle during shit? It's facts, man. Don't tell me you haven't done it. And you send it to your friends. You send it to your friends and you think to yourself, that's me. And you expect, like, people live in this day and age. People live at this day and age like that is at some point guaranteed for it to happen. Shouldn't be depressing. I don't sit. Don't write that, man. If they see our chat, we're cooked, bro. All my Italian friends are memes, all non-politically correct. Racist, everything. Cooked in your country. All my Italian friends. Wait, I need to send this to him. That's funny as hell, man. I'm gonna send that to him. Do you trade off news? No, I trade before or after news. Let's see what gold is saying. So it does actually move down here. My Italian friend calls me the N-word. I'm brown. Yeah, get used to it, man. Okay, what are we saying, Dax? It's coming to that zone we were looking at in the beginning of the session, 6 minutes. If it chills here, there could be a little buy. 5 minute doesn't make sense for the buy. It has some resistance here, but above that, it's okay. Let's draw a box. We could try a little bit of an aggressive trade here. We have about 1 minute 30 seconds here. How big would stops be? It is a pretty quick break even. We have 15 pip stops for 11 pip targets. Not bad. It's not bad for target. Like, you know, we'd expect it to push through, but it's plenty of space to get to break even. 30-minute resistance, top of wick. Oh, that's also facts, man. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, there's a lot of shit here. So we actually need to get above this. Then we can take that buy. And it's still okay because we still have room. Yeah, there we go. Man, it's a lot of little BS. There's a 1 hour resistance as well. No, that I marked. 30 is more important. Gold dropping nicely here. Has ended up filling the wick. But remember, stop loss here, even with our most aggressive stop loss, was going to be 50 pips. I mean, it's not that crazy now that it's actually pushed, but at the time, it's really tough to say that it would do it. But let's see how this plays out. We need this information. 5 minute no top wick. We need this information. Tough one. Let's concentrate on DAX here. See if we can get some volume into DAX. Next candle can maybe close above. We're gonna see. Why the markets make very big wicks and sometimes they get filled and later and after sometimes. It depends on wick fill versus rejection wick. 30-minute res on broker looks different. Man, this is the problem with bank holidays charts. Always messed up after. Man, the whole broker looks completely different, bro. What is that, man? What is that? It looks totally cooked on broker. There's a lot of 5-minute resistance on broker. Don't know how I'm gonna trade this now. $30 is way higher on broker. Man, gold makes it tough for us today, huh? Just straight candles. I wish it gave us the risk to reward, because right now we would be break even at the bottom of the wick. So especially with risky, we're selling some of the lowest points of the day. 30-minute has not had a pullback. From this morning we dropped, what is this? 300 pips easy. Now it's coming back on you. That's what I mean. If we could get the tight stop loss, this move would be enough. If our stop loss was like 40 pips, this would have been like 35. It would have been enough at least to, you know, be worth it. Yeah, so I probably would have been stopped break even on this. Shit. Big gap. Man, it's so annoying. My table keeps shaking because they're building. Actually, I shouldn't say what they're building. Then you guys will dox me, because you'll be able to figure out where that is. But they're building some luxury residential properties close to me. And it's shaking the table every time, man. What game is this you're playing right now? This is called Trading Game. Speaking about trading games, we have something in the works. We have something in a... Wow, this would have tapped me break even and then reverse. How painful. Let me see on broker, because that's too painful if that would have happened. I need to see 1 minute on broker if it would have tapped me. Yeah, it would have, man. If you check 1 minute, it's like literally, even if you put your break even right there. Must be some heavy equipment. I think they're putting foundations down. We could try force GJ if it closes above. What do we say? Force GJ? Can give ourselves a shot. Stop loss is not that big. 13 pips. It's not too much to ask for it to give us an extra 13 pips. It's not the best, but we could try. Fuck, GJ. It seems like our only option right now, man. Look at this open as well. That previous 15, I'm not too worried about. This wick tapped it here as well. I don't know, I don't see it being too bad of an idea. 14 pips. It's just late, man. It's late in the move. It's just too late. Ah, it sucks, man. It sucks buying these highs, man. It really sucks. How do I know there's gonna be enough volume? That is the problem. Daily we have room. 4 hour we have room. 1 hour, this is just one big 1 hour. We have room at least to here. Gold melting fast? Yeah, it's tough, man, to know which one's gonna have volume. That's why I'm kind of relying on GJ. Gold was beautiful, man. Look at this volume and gold. But how do we know? How do we know? That's why I'm thinking about GJ right now, because if GJ is gonna follow gold, we should have volume. How long will you continue WAP campaign? I'm probably gonna deposit another $1,000 into that for the clips. Yeah, I'd probably give it a shot, man. If gold is moving like this and GJ has followed gold, literally has followed gold, just the opposite way around. This could be the same close that gold had. So literally, this would be the last move, but DAX will close above. Do we have DAX? But the broker looks really weird on DAX. That's the problem. Unless I rely on this. I could trade. I have one line on my broker, which is the 5-minute resistance, which on my broker is at 23.40. I could trade to 23.40. I'm also watching GJ here as well. I like this bottom wick it's making. This is the line I have on broker. So you saw it rejected here, right? We rejected it here. So I'm kind of looking for a close above to get to this second line here and see if we can push through the second line. But the painful thing about gold is that I actually would have been stopped out at break even. That's what's painful. DAX needs to get above the 30. Just below, huh? No bottom wick on my broker. I have to wait myself. This doesn't follow my rules. Even though it closed above its own structure, it hasn't closed above 30, and I have no bottom wick on broker as well. It's at my resistance line on broker, so this doesn't follow my rules. See, no bottom wick. I have to respect my rules. Gold was nice. Did actually give a very decent push here. Just a shame about the situation we're in. But what a push. I don't know why we're not replicating this on GJ like we did this morning. GJ bottom wick here, very decent. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give GJ a shot here on the flip, and once it breaks the high. Stop loss below the lows. All right. No lows of the previous. We have everything pushing. It makes no sense. We have gold pushing to the lows. We have DAX ripping through the highs. The only pair that is not moving, hasn't moved yet, is GJ, and it's the pair with a setup. So unless today we get absolutely cooked, meaning that GJ is the only pair that doesn't move in London, then we get cooked. If not, it should follow through. We should at least get some sort of a push. I have to give it a shot. Bad trade setup? Yeah, I know it's risky, but I don't see anything else. Gold has pushed, DAX has pushed. If I'm going to give myself a shot, this is my shot. I can always manage my trade. There we go. We want to see the follow through now. We want a strong 5 close here as well, would be nice. That's not bad. Ooh, no bottom wick. Yeah, no bottom wick is not the best. But it seems like it's making one now. Gonna move stops up to this support here, 5 pip stops. Very easy, calm stops. The question is, do we have the juice to give us the 1-to-1? You know, that's what we need here. Can we have enough juice for a 1-to-1? At least close to a 1-to-1. I'd accept just a little bit above the 1 hour. If we struggle at the 1 hour, I'd accept to close a little earlier. So now 1 minute is trying to make structure. So if we can survive this 1 minute structure, we're good. Come on, GJ, some juice, man. Follow through with DAX, follow through with gold. Gold is melting. You need to give us some juice. Get to the 1 hour, bro. You have this juice in you. We just need a little bit. Reach 1 hour on broker. Well, we have DAX dumping really heavy now, so that's not helping GJ. DAX is, whoa, DAX is absolutely melting. I'm seeing on broker. Right, here's the open. Can we get the flip? We have 1 minute structure where our entry is, so I'm gonna move stops to break even now. Come on, let's go, GJ. Break the high. Just give us a little bit more. Come on, come on. Come on, nice, nice. Here we go. Come on. I took it there. Hit TP for me on my chart. Took it there. Took it there. Took it there. There we go. Now it's caught up on here. Beautiful. Let's go, man. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. 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 Clean. Nice job, nice job. I told you GJ has to follow through, man. There has to be some follow through on GJ. Everything else was pushing. Unless we get unlucky. If you took this, type a W in YouTube chat. Spam the W's. Let's get it for the Instagram business. Yes, sir. Instagram business. Thank you for the W's. It's still pushing, but I didn't want to be greedy. I could have been greedy, but I didn't want to. All right, good job. There we go. Wow. There was actually great volume here, but I don't know that. We've had a massive push. I can't be greedy. As much as it would have been nice to hold, I can't be greedy. This is why you trade the same pairs, guys, so that you can see how it works. You can put the puzzle together, right? You put the puzzle together. We saw everything pushing, guys. Everything had a move. Everything. Only GJ, but it had a setup. So we're like, okay, great. Has to make sense. At least for a shot, right? We have structure. Yeah, it's not the most comfortable position. Everyone was telling me, bad position, Harry. Bad position, bad position. Where are you now? It's worth a shot. Your job is to take risk. We have 3 wins back to back, huh? We won 3 trades in a row. Why can't I give this a shot? If you have 3 wins in a row, you can still give this a shot. You have to give it a shot. Can't be scared. And it was calm. Like, we had 5-minute structure here to manage. Worst case scenario, I lose, 6 pips, minus 0.5%. Five wins in a row can end the month here. Yeah, I think it's turned out to be a solid month, to be honest. Nothing bad. That's what I mean. It feels slow in the beginning, definitely slow, but now it's really, comes together, man. It comes together, and that's my point. Comes together. Like, I know it's hard to see sometimes, but that's the patience, guys. I told you every single day, you have to stay patient. You have to sit through the break-evens. And people, they don't see it, but now it makes sense, right? Look how good it was to sit through break-even. We lost nothing. So, what time did we get triggered here? Got triggered at 10:52. Check out DAX. See, it was right to take TP. We can never get the most accurate TP, but like this rejected out of nowhere. It was just London Open volume. Let's see what the rest of the things did. Wow. The best move was on gold. There was a lot of volume here on gold. Wow. See, but the gold gave us the clue for GJ, right? And okay, let's be honest. I would have also just closed at a 1-to-1 on gold. I wouldn't try to hold this. So it's both achieved the same result, but sick volume on gold, man. You actually got 1 hour? Yes. My buy stop got triggered a little bit early. Let me show you. Look where my buy stop got triggered. See? So it's like actually like a pip, 2 pips below, you see? Where it got triggered. Yeah, so it made on this one. You're unfunded though, Sankit, right? If you're unfunded, no way you made 1% in this. There's no chance. You maybe make 0.75, 0.8 max. But no chance you make, yeah, no chance you make 1% unfunded, unfortunately. It's just how it works unfunded. Like my spread on GG right now is 0.4. 0.4. 0.88, yeah, that makes sense. 0.88 works. We want to open cases. Yeah, I don't have the actual case. I don't have the case. I need to get cases. Made 1.3% on FTMO. If you held, you would have got yes if you held, but I didn't hold. Yeah, 0.8 is fine. It's what you make, but also it's just how it works. Unfortunately, it's the conditions you trade with. DAX ended up pushing up. See, DAX wouldn't have given us an entry, which would have been frustrating. 0.6, 0.75 second both prop. Yeah, 7.5 is like the worst. I log it as 1 hour. Fuck GG. Hey, talk to it nice, man. I went half risk to do end of month being GJ. Really not happy how GJ been treating us. This is the reason. What you think? Nah. If you're not happy how GJ treats you, then you don't. You're looking at the opportunity. Remember that, right? You're looking at the opportunity. So there's no point of going half risk. No point. Where is Joe? Yeah, man, I don't know. I think Joe is cooked, man. Bank holiday Monday, he took it. Bank holiday Monday, he took it a bit too serious. Ah, not bad, not bad, not bad, huh? Not bad. You put my buy stop or market execute. I buy stopped it. How do you say I buy stopped it? No, that's not proper English. You can't say I buy stopped it. Can you? It is now. No, no. If you bought means you market executed. I mean, you're supposed to say I placed a buy stop. Yes. I buy stopped. Yeah, you could say it like that, I guess. I market execute with a buy stop. Aha. Yeah, I placed a buy stop makes sense. Why bank holiday is usually Monday? So you can have a long weekend. Pretty stupid to put a bank holiday midweek. Where do you see Joe's message? No, maybe DM. Can you explain why you expecting GJ to move because of the other pairs moving as well? I'll explain after stream, yeah. I want to keep that topic after stream. Anyways, guys, I'm going to head off stream. Done for today. Thank you very much for everyone who showed up. Leave a like on the stream before you leave. Hopefully catch you guys tomorrow. If you took this trade with us, post it on Instagram. If you are posting on Instagram, tag me in your stories. I like to repost. Just shows some activity and keeps my Instagram going. It's just part of this whole freaking industry. You know what it's like and all this BS. So I appreciate you all. Take care and hopefully catch you very, very soon. All right. Peace. Cheers. Cheers.